Hey everybody, it's Leah, aka the PlumbobFairy, and today I will be creating 4 couples from the well-known Netflix show Bridgerton in The Sims 4. I'm really excited to be here. I absolutely love the show Bridgerton. I've read a lot of the books, not all, but I've read a lot of the books, and it's one of my favorite things to rewatch. It's like very comforting to me, and so I'm very excited to be doing this today. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you've seen this smile before, thank you so much for coming back. I really love making YouTube videos. I'm a new YouTuber, and I'm really enjoying my time here, and I really hope that you guys enjoy what I do. So drop me a subscribe and follow and like and comment and give me some ideas of what you'd like to see. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Like I said, we are going to be creating 4 couples from Netflix's Bridgerton, and I'm very, very excited. I think you all know which couples I'm talking about. The couples for all 4 seasons, of course. So instead of going in order, we are going to start with one of my favorite characters, Penelope Featherington, aka now Penelope Bridgerton, and I am going to read a little bit about her as I do a speed build over her face and body. Penelope Bridgerton, née Featherington, is a vastly intelligent girl with a sharp wit and warm heart. Penelope would prefer to quietly sway near the perimeter of any ballroom rather than take center stage. She's been born into a family who will never truly understand her, as if dealing with the cutthroat mean girls of 1813 Regency London weren't enough. I absolutely love Penelope Featherington. I think she's one of the best written characters of the whole book and TV show franchise. I really love how she was portrayed in the books as well as how she is portrayed in the TV show, and I'm really excited to see her move forward in the future seasons. Okay, now with Penelope, I definitely have to do the iconic red hair. Now what I am going to do is I am going to do a first outfit with her as her normal, like, show outfit, and then the second outfit I'm going to be doing something that's a little more modern. Now I'm thinking of doing a longer hairstyle for Penelope just because she does have her hair back a lot in the first couple of seasons, but in season 3, like in her season, she tends to have her hair down, and I definitely want to have something that's like curly ish and something that kind of reflects her. And I think what I have for these hairs are just not quite right, but I do think if I put, have her hair down, I think it'll match her a little bit more.
Huh?
I'm really thinking of something like this. I think this matches her. I think that's a little too long. I really like this because this is also one that I can put like a flower in her hair, and I want to kind of go and check out that and see what that looks like. Yeah, this is white and not really the color I was wanting. I don't have the way to change it, but I do think something like this matches her vibe. She always has like some kind of flowers or something in her hair, some kind of decoration or something. So I think I'm gonna do that and just be happy that it's white. I also really want to give her some kind of like matching set of like earrings and necklace. I don't really know what color I want to go for, but I really like this little dangly piece here. I also like something like this. I think that kind of matches the Featherington style. And this is pretty out there, I think, but I really like that. I think she could be a cute little pearl girly. I also like something like that. Actually, that is really pretty. I think that's something that Penelope would wear. Actually, I think I'm going to go with this. I think it matches the earrings just a little bit better, and I really like that. Now going to her makeup, her season, she definitely had a lot of eyeshadow and eyeliner on and like some big lashes. So I definitely want to replicate that a little bit here for Sims. She had honestly a lot of like darker and moodier makeup on. Not quite this much, but almost something like this. Not as much under her eyes though. I need to kind of find something else. This is an option. I think if we lighten the color maybe. Honestly, I like something like this. I think that is really nice, and I definitely want to give her some eyeliner as well. She does kind of have a bit of a wing thing going on. It's not super duper thick. Whew. But yeah, I think giving her a little bit of a wing and some liner, I really like that. I think I am gonna go black just so that they blend in a little bit more with the lashes. I want to go pretty long, pretty heavy, because they like layered some makeup on her for this season. I think I want to do that. No, I think I'm gonna go with these Kajiko lashes. I really like that on her. Yeah, something like this almost. And I do want them to complement her just a little bit more. Maybe something a little more warm toned, but I still want that pink color. Yeah, I think that's really pretty on her. The more that I'm looking at, the more I don't love this eyeshadow. I think she just needs something a little bit more. I definitely need to download some more CC, but I definitely want to give her something more. I almost think this is like her. I don't know. They put a lot of makeup on her eyes for her season, so I'm really thinking something like that I want to go with. And then her lips, she has like a pinky matte. It's kind of more matte toned. I think this might be our best bet, but I just want to find the right color. I think I'm going to go with that. I really like that pinky color. Okay, now moving on to her dress. I did download a lot of Victorian style dresses, something like this. And I just need to find the right one that matches her. Honestly, the big bow, if I was going with yellow and things like that, like this would be a really good option. But I don't know if I want to quite go with the yellow. I think I like the green on her. This bow is a little bit more dramatic like that she would have, so this is definitely a good option for us, I think. I did download the actual seafoam color dress that she wore in her season when Colin comes to visit her and asks about, teaching her how to be suave or whatever. And I really like that. This is another color that's her walking down the stairs that gets everyone's attention. And I think that is really cool. But I think with the jewelry and the hairpiece that we went with today, I think we're going to do this seafoam color dress. And then during these times, they always had like, very like usually nice boots and things like that, except for parties. They had some heels, and I think I want to give her some heels, but I don't know if I want to go this heely. You know what I mean? I might give her these light toned ones, these purple ones. Those are really cute. None of the blues and the greens are matching what I really want. Actually, these could work. I really like those. I also just want to give her a little bit of a natural pinky nail. I think that's cute. And maybe I could give her a ring. Just something maybe really simple. Okay, and I think that's going to be Penelope outfit number 1. Okay, now for outfit number 2, it's going to be a little bit more in depth. I definitely want to give them a modern look, so I am really excited to go through and see what we can do. I almost want to give her this hair, but it's just a little much. I think she would have just a little bit more control over her hair. I really like something like this as well, or maybe even this with like the bangs. Honestly, I think I might go like this. I think I might go this way, but I think it's going to match the aesthetic. She is a writer, and so I kind of wanted to give her like a nerdy vibe, but she's also kind of a gossip. So I think that giving her, a little bit more oomph in it will be cool as well. Yeah, I think I want to give her this little cat eye moment. And then with her lashes, I want to give her some big lashes. I think I just want to go with these. I'm thinking of going with this like sunshiny blush. I really like that. And I think giving her like a red, like this dark red lip, I think that would be really cute. And something with her that I do want to give her is I want to give her glasses. I don't really know why, but that is something that I thought about. I just think she would look super cute in some glasses. Honestly, I think her having like some round glasses like that would be really cute. I think having them maybe in this bronze color, I really like that. And with earrings, she's a classy girl, but I can also see her having some cute piercings and stuff like these Aretha butterfly ones. I think I want to go with that. And honestly, I think giving her like something like this would be really cute. Okay, and moving on to outfit, I think giving her something with a collar definitely is going to be a must. I want to kind of go almost like academic, maybe like an alternative academic girly. Oh, I really like this. I think that's really cute. This one kind of opens up the non-clipping on the top by the collar. I like that. This honestly is really cute looking too. I think I may go with that one. Ooh, honestly, I really like something like this. I think that's super cute. I think giving her like a chunky boot would be cute. But I also think something with, yeah, with like little socks on it would be really, really cute. Ooh, I really like these. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with something like this. Maybe this gray and green. I think I like that actually. All right, let's look at some accessories real quick. Let's give her some red ones. Some red toes. Let's look at rings. Let's give her some jewelry. Yeah, like those black ones are cute. Should we do with the white? Yeah, I like that. Okay, and that is our modern Penelope Featherington. Next, we are going to be designing Colin Bridgerton. He is the lovely husband and the Bridgerton connection for Penelope and Colin's love story. So I'm going to read a little bit about him. The dashing Colin Bridgerton is used to disarming his fellow society members with good-natured jokes, though a serious sense of adventure lurks behind those swoon-worthy eyes. Colin takes a liking to the newest young lady in town, but it's this infatuation that winds up giving him more than he may have bargained for. Colin's really cool. He's the third brother in the Bridgerton lineup. He's also the third sibling, third oldest, if you want to say. He's pretty cool. I really like his character. I think in season 3 of the TV show, he was a little questionable there in the beginning. I did not love him like that, but I really did love him in their book and really enjoyed reading about him and Penelope. So I'm excited to be designing him today. Okay, with Colin, he has the quiff, of course, and so we definitely need to give him that quiff. His is very clean cut. This is something similar to it. Honestly, that might be a little perfect. This is one that's a little messier. I don't want to give him something messier. I definitely want to give him something that comes up and away from his face. Here's another one, but again, that Colin's just very clean cut, almost too clean cut, where it like puts you off a little bit. So I think I want to go with this one. This one's very clean cut. He does have like naturally, I don't know if you'll ever notice this, but the actor has naturally just pinker lips. I really don't know if that is makeup, but if it's not, like I want to give him some now. I just want his lips to be naturally a little pink. He's just got naturally pink lips. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So what we're going to be looking for is a suit of some sorts. Something like that kind of matches. Now in my inspo pic, I've got him as this green outfit, and we could go something a little more green. That's pretty nice. We can get that in green. Another inspo pic or photo that I've seen is where Colin has that brown coat on because he's traveling. Now this, funny enough, I swear the actor has worn something like this to like a premiere or something, and I don't know if that's what we want him to wear, but that is a good option. It's still just not right. This could also be something. I feel like it kind of gives like that traveler's vibe. I don't have a whole lot of options, so you would think that this would be a little bit of a, easier choice. I honestly can't believe it, but like this like vampires one from the game could be what we are looking for. I'm gonna keep trying, but that's kind of a good option. Honestly, I may go with this one. this color combo specifically. I think this works for his like traveler's outfit. I just need to give him some good boots. I could give him these. Yeah, I may give him these. I think that looks like Colin. Now, I will say during his season, they gave him sideburns. Ooh. I don't know, y'all. But does it make him look more like him? Like him without it? Versus him with it? I think it does, honestly, so I'm gonna leave it. This is gonna be, yeah, I think this is gonna be him. Okay. Alright, so there is our Colin Bridgerton TV show outfit, and now I'm going to be doing his modern outfit. Okay, now for his hair, I may keep the hair the same, but I may do this slightly messier one. Like, I mean, the other ones are cute, but I think I still like this slightly messy one. Although I could do something. Nah, I think I still like him with the quiff. I think I want to keep that one. But again, this is a little messier. Like that's the perfect one, and then this is a little messier for the modern one. So I think that's good. I definitely want to go with something like he is on the move, like he is going places. Something like that could be nice. He looks very prepared. I like that. Or I can give him something like this. He is a little, you know, a little charmer. So maybe he does need something with a little more peekaboo. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna give him that. Okay, and it may just be because of the way that they marketed this show, like his season specifically, but I feel like he needs some baggier pants. They definitely had them in some questionable outfits in my opinion, but I do like something like this here. I think that looks nice. With some nice easy dress shoes. Maybe we can go with a little color. Okay, so this is our Colin Bridgerton outfit number 2, so the modern outfit. And then this is our Colin Bridgerton outfit number 1, which is the TV show outfit. Now I am going to jump back in time and start designing Daphne and Simon, both named Basset, but it is Daphne Bridgerton that connects us to the Bridgerton line. And I'm going to read a little bit about her as well while I design her face and body. The picture-perfect young debutante has been waiting her entire life to make her grand debut on the marriage mart, poised to be the season of 1813's forthcoming incomparable. Daphne's set to take the town by storm, but not everything goes exactly as planned for this diamond of the first water. Her brother Anthony's overzealous public vetting of every potential suitor eventually scares off most of the ton's better prospects, but not even Anthony anticipates the effect of his sister literally running into a certain Simon Basset, Duke of Hastings. And their book is called The Duke and I. It's the very first book of the entire series, even though Daphne Bridgerton is the fourth sibling, first eldest daughter, but fourth sibling of the Bridgerton lineup. So the series starts with The Duke and I, which is Daphne and Simon's love story, and therefore that is the reason that the fourth sibling got the first season on Netflix. I really like Daphne. She's a great character. The Duke and I was a really good book. It got me into the whole series, though I did watch the show before I started reading the books. I really enjoyed the season. I think it was a solid, good first season for this show. The show has grown so much since it first started, and I'm really happy to see it grow so much because I think the storyline and just having siblings throughout the shows like that, and you're watching a certain sibling's season, I think is really, really cool, and we don't get to see a lot of shows that are like that. So I really like that Daphne was the first one. She's the eldest girl, and I think that just makes sense. I really enjoyed Simon and her story. They're not my favorite, gotta admit, but they do have all the ups and downs, and I think their season really set the precedent for the seasons moving forward. And I have like a like a love and respect for season 1 because of that, even though they're not my favorite characters or couple. Okay, so for Daphne Bridgerton, she always has an updo. We rarely see her hair down, so I definitely want to give her something very close to what we usually see her with. Now, I will say, this actress, I think I did really well on her face and body. I think I'm really pretty proud of myself. So let me know if you agree. I think it matches her very well. She has these baby bangs, and I may have to. I think I downloaded some bangs, so I'm going to try to see if I have those as well. Okay, I found the bangs that I wanted to use for her, but they don't really match color-wise to the hair I wanted to use. So I think unfortunately we're gonna just have to go with this and leave out the bangs. I may do the bangs with her modern outfit and look, but I am gonna add these blue flowers up here. I think that fits her vibe. I'm a little disappointed, honestly, but it's okay. We're gonna move on to her makeup and accessories. Now, I am of the opinion that in season 1, they had much more realistic makeup. They had very, very minimal makeup. They did not put, like, overload the actors with makeup in season 1. And I kind of honestly liked it. I may have even preferred it, to be honest. It just felt a little bit more realistic. You know, it is what it is, but that does mean that we do not have to put as much makeup on Miss Daphne. Nope, definitely not that. I might just give her this tiny wing. I may just keep her eyeliner like that, and let's just give her some lashes. I think I'm going to go something smaller and a little more lighter. Yeah, like that. They did put some blush on her, but they kept it pretty, like, up and out of the way. It's very pink in the face, very rosy. And then again, they didn't really put a whole lot of effort into the makeup. So I'm just going to give her a little gloss. Maybe something like that. There's not a whole lot of photos where I found her wearing earrings, but when I do have her wear earrings, or when I do see her wear earrings, they're very small and they're almost like a little teardrop. So we're going to try to find something really simple. Something like this, something very small like that. I could see her wearing that. That looks pretty close to it. And then I also want to give her something that kind of looks like that necklace that prince that was courting her or whatever, that he gave her. We could give her the same one as Penelope was wearing. This one would also match her. She's a pearl girly. Actually, I really like that. I think that matches. And then for the outfit, I again have her outfit, I'm pretty sure. I downloaded that. So let's go and find that. Yeah, this is the infamous blue dress that she is wearing in a lot of the promo videos. This picture that I have up on the screen is one of those like purple ones, but yeah, I think I want to go with that. This is her actual dress. She doesn't even have heels on, I don't think. So I think I want to give her just these like little slippers, and I think I may want to give her some gloves. She wore a lot of gloves in her season. That looks pretty nice. Actually, these velvet ones, I think these little silver ones. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and that is going to be our Daphne Bridgerton TV show version. Now we're going to do the modern version. Okay, and so for this modern version, I kind of want to make sure that I give her this hair that's a little bit more strawberry blonde. So whatever I find, I want to make sure I do that. And then I also wanted to give her the bangs. So I'm going to put those on before I forget. Here are the little bangs. I just need something to go with this hair. I don't know what it'll be. I don't know if it'll be a short, medium style. I just want something that'll go with these bangs. Honestly, actually, this kind of goes with the bangs. The other option is I could do something like this with a ponytail. I don't know. I honestly kind of liked this one here. There's no bangs on it, but the bangs kind of work with it. I think I may go with that, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And for her traits and stuff, she doesn't really have anything other than wanting to get married and be a mom. So I didn't really know what to like give her. I may just go with kind of like that cutesy, I don't know, girl next door look maybe. I really don't know like what to to go with her. Small lashes again, maybe go a little bit darker with them. The cheeks I want to keep very rosy, very simple. And again, just give her kind of like this pink lip. Like maybe these sun drop ones. Or let's go with these little hoops. I like that a lot. I think that looks good on her. Let's do something simple. Let's do something maybe with this, like a tiny teardrop necklace, if that's what it is. Let's go silver. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do that. And then let's jump to her, like a modern outfit. I think she could still be a dress girly, but it needs to be, again, a little bit more girl next door. Nothing too far out there. Something like this. Ooh, I could see her in something like that. Oh yeah, I could totally see her in something like this, actually. We could make it white, but honestly, I think going with something patterned like that is very, very Daphne coded. Shoes, let's give her some flats again. I think the flats looked really cute on her. That's a cute shoe. Or maybe we should give her a wedge. That's cute. Something with these flowers is cute. Kind of brings some richness into the coloring. Maybe something like this. I think I'm going to go with this one. Let's give her some... Oh, she's definitely a French tip girl. Super cute. Okay, there is Daphne Bridgerton. Now I will be designing Simon Basset, who is the husband of Daphne Bridgerton, therefore his link to the Bridgerton line. They, again, are from season 1, and I'm going to read a little bit about him as I design his face and body. Having newly returned to London, the Duke of Hastings finds himself the primary topic of conversation amongst the marriage-minded misses and ambitious mammas alike. Yet, for reasons of his own, our devastating Duke has zero interest in his title, society, or taking a wife. He is reserved and keeps his emotions close to his chest, is morally upstanding and values honor. He is kind and humorous, willing to poke fun with Daphne when at balls. And I do like in season 1 that they are pretty playful with each other. I think, again, it's really set the tone for the seasons moving forward and these characters moving forward, because Bridgerton is so well designed with like a modern and diverse twist on it that a lot of other period dramas or even period comedies don't have. So I really think that they set in season 1 what they expected the following seasons to be, and I really respect and love that for that. Simon's cool. He's a good character. He's solid. The actor did not continue in seasons 2 onward because he was busy with other projects. But so we don't really see him again. We don't really see Simon ever, in season 2, season 3, or season 4 that just came out. He is mentioned very briefly because Daphne is involved in season 2 just a little bit, or kind of a lot, but she's in there, and but she also took her leave after season 2, so we don't really see much of them anymore, but I really enjoyed their characters, and yeah, I enjoyed designing them. Okay, moving on to Simon, we're going to give him, let's see, a little bit more of a textured hair, which I thought I downloaded some, but I guess I didn't, so we're going to apparently have to look for something in game. Something like that could work. Actually, that really looks like it. That looks a lot more like it, actually. And he's the same, like his lips, I don't know if they probably did something to him, but I just want them to be a little pinker, like just the slightest, Do you ever do that? I feel like he needs to be a little pinku, and I did download his outfit, actually. Look at that. Actually, he's got something in gray, and that's kind of what I might have put him in, but this is his actual one, so I'm going to keep him in that, and I'm just going to give him some good old sturdy boots, which I also have his boots. It's really nice when you actually have the items that you need to finish an outfit. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be Simon. He was really quick and easy. So now we're gonna do the modern version of him. Honestly, I was gonna see for this one if I could like up his hairdo a little bit, but the actor really keeps it the same as they styled it in the show. So, at least from the pictures that I can find. So I'm gonna keep it very similar to it. This one's just a tiny bit taller. So I'm gonna do that, and I think I might have him grow out his beard just a little bit longer. And what about that? What about just a little bit more? I think I like it. I think I like a little bit more. Um, yeah, we're just gonna, yeah. We're just gonna up it. We're gonna up it a little bit. Let's do something. I put him as active, kind of in a loner, and he just wants to have a good life. He just wants to be chill. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe something like this. Like I think I'm looking for something a little more chill than I think people may realize he is, because he just wanted to stay in his castle. You know, he didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to be his father. So I just want to give him something a little more chill. I think I'm going to go with this shirt here. These are nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with those. And then I think with his shoes, yeah, we're going to go with some boots. I think we're going to go with some boots, and we're going to go with some brown boots, some brown lace-up boots. I like those. They clip in the back a little bit. That's fine. Something now that I think he needs is a necklace. I think he just needs like a simple necklace, if it'll show through. What if I do that, and then what if I change his shirt? Ooh. What if I went with this? What if I went with this gray? I really like that. And then with these shoes, we could change these boots a little bit and go for some cooler toned ones. Oh, we may have to go with some black ones. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm digging that. I'm digging that a lot. Okay. So this is going to be Simon Bassett's second outfit, his modern one. Next, I will be designing a third couple, Kate and Anthony Bridgerton, or Kate Sharma. She's one of my favorite characters. I love her so much. She is the epitome of what an older sister means to a family, and I really enjoyed her character in season 2, and I think her in season 3 is just honestly beautiful, and we really get to see a different side of her, and I really enjoyed that. And she's the new Viscountess, which is really cool. So I'm going to design her and read a little bit about her. Newly arrived in London, Kate is a smart, headstrong young woman who suffers no fools, Anthony Bridgerton very much included. Kate is equal parts headstrong and whip-smart. Her sharp wit and independent nature make her a singular force on the 1814 marriage mart, where she hopes to secure a love match for her younger sister, Edwina. I really liked this book specifically. They are book 2, and then we're season 2 in the show. I really enjoyed this book. It was very different. I loved the first book, and then this book kind of brought like a whole new, it was definitely a whole new storyline, but it just brought like a whole like refresh almost to the book. I really enjoyed reading it, and I really enjoyed seeing Anthony kind of come out from his regular stance on things, I guess. And so it was really cool watching him falling in love. He has this whole backstory. I do think if you haven't watched the show or read the book, or even if you've done one or the other, I think reading the book really gives you an understanding of Anthony's intentions and thoughts towards Kate throughout the whole book and show. There's some underlying issues that the show tried to touch on, but I think that people thought it was a little overdramatic for no reason. But I thought it was really very much written well. I would like to hear what you think if you have watched or read them, specifically with his dad dying and her possibly getting stung by the bee. I just think that that's something that was kind of missed, or maybe people missed it. I think it was there. I just think people missed it. They're also known for it being the most boring season, but I really truly like it. It's one of my favorite seasons to rewatch a lot, and Kate herself is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm very excited to design her. Okay, now for Kate, I I think I want to do a updo for her. She has most of her hair up until the end and until season 3. Until season 3, she keeps her hair up for the most part. So I think I want to give her an updo. Okay, I have perused and perused and perused, and I think this is going to be our best bet for Kate's hair that matches the show. She has lots of different hairstyles, but I think this one just kind of embodies her hair more. So I think I'm going to stick with this one here. Okay, now for earrings, I do want to give her something that kind of matches her, like the Indian vibes that she really pulls through in season 3. Not really in her season. She's dressed very like London in her season in season 2, but I think in season 3, like, they really brought out the Indian type vibes and style and aesthetic into Kate, and I really, really liked that. So I want to give her a little bit more of that style, something like that. And then with her makeup, I want to go very purplish. I do, spoiler alert, have her purple dress that I'm going to use, so I definitely want to go with something a little more purple, very much like that. And then with the eyeliner, we're going to keep it simple as well. We're going to keep it a little more tight lined, although I do need to do something that comes in just a tiny bit. Yeah, something like this. She's got a little bit of a tighter line on hers. Yeah, and I want something like that. Now with blush, she does have blush. Yeah, something like that I really like. And her lips are kind of plain too. Like, they didn't put a whole lot on her lips. So I definitely want to give her a little more of a pink, but I want to keep it maybe slightly in the nude tones. Yeah, like that. I really like that. With her outfit from the show, I do have that dress, the purple dress that we all know and love. So I also have it in these other colors that I could use on other people, but I'm going to keep it as the purple dress because that's one of my favorite dresses and it's the one that I have. For shoes, I am going to give her some kind of boot just because she is a rider and I want to make sure that she's in like good shoes for that. I do these, you can't really see them, but those are the shoes I'm going to do. And then the accessories, I want to do she had those green bangles that she gave her sister during the wedding, and I'm just going to give her some bangles here. I also wanted to give her the gloves. I did want to give her the gloves because she had those as well in the show. All right, I think that's going to be our Kate. All right, okay, with outfit number 2, I do want to lean a little more in the horse riding style because I have her as that she's a horse lover because she does love horses, and I definitely want to give her a little bit of a longer look when it comes to her hair because she has really long hair and I want us to see that. This one's a really good option. Honestly, she does have that one scene where she's got her hair all on one side and it's really curly and kind of tousled. Ooh, honestly, I might do this. Yeah, I think this is perfect. It's long, it's wavy, it's perfect. Okay, we're gonna give her some earrings. I think I'm gonna give her these purple flowers because that's cute, kind of country. Or actually, I may give her these. Yeah, I may give her these. I like this. No, I'm gonna give her these. I'm gonna give her these right here because they're large, but they're kind of country-ish. I'm also gonna give her this roped necklace. I really like that with the little beads. I think that's cute. And with the makeup, I do think I want to give her some like purple eyeshadow here, but then I don't want to go too crazy with it. And then with the eyelashes, I think I'm just gonna go really simple with these eyelashes here. Honestly, I have so many like blushes, but I think something that would do her nose or go over her nose would be super cute. I like that. Honestly, I think that's really cute. Just go super simple. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay. I think I may need to find her pants first. I definitely want her in something that she can ride in, or almost like a skirt. That would be really cute if she did a skirt. She can't ride in that, but she can try. Or these are cute. Yeah, I mean, who else am I going to put these pants on? Let's try to go with that. Something we can maybe, I know this is kind of a long shot, but if we can find something that could go with a purple, like, that'd be pretty cool. Honestly, that's a vibe. That's a hot vibe. Okay. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? That's hot. I like that a lot. I may just go with this. I think this is super cute. And then for fingernails, I think she's definitely a claw girly, but I think a little academic in there as well. So we're gonna give her those. And then the rings, I think she would really wear something like this with all like the gems on it. And some bracelets. We've got to go with some bracelets. The green bangles. Let's go with a brown watch. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to find some shoes for her. Now she does need some riding boots. But now, honestly, like, I love those pants, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe we need to give her something a little different. What if we give her some little shorts? I like that. I think just these little shorts. I think that's cute. Yeah, that's gonna be our Kate. Okay, there's Kate in outfit number 2, the modern one. And here's Kate in her show outfit. Okay, and now I'm ready to design Anthony Bridgerton, Kate's husband, and of course the eldest sibling of the Bridgerton line. He is the Viscount after the death of his father, and he has a lot of packed layers, but his character is really funny. In specifically season 3, you get to see him just kind of almost goof off. He's very comfortable in his marriage now. He's one of my favorite characters to watch. So I'm going to read a little bit about him as you watch our speed design. The quintessential English nobleman, Anthony is the... I gotta redo that. Hold on. The quintessential English nobleman, Anthony, is the eldest Bridgerton sibling and dutiful head of the family since assuming his late father's title of Viscount. Endlessly handsome, charming, and rich, he's quite the catch on this year's Marriage Mart. But if he has any hope of fulfilling his oftentimes overwhelming duty of marrying and producing an heir, Anthony must first learn to temper his pursuit of pleasure. I think that's kind of funny, that's a description of him. He's a very pleasurable person, and I get that. In season 1, we saw that a lot. He was just kind of screwing around a lot, to be honest. He had this romance interest, Sienna, who I didn't love, but it was part of his character. And then with this season 2 of his season 2, he totally gets just swept right off his feet by Kate, honestly. I mean, like, he, I think his quote is, "You consume me," or you're the air I breathe," or "You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires," or something like that. It's just very romantic. I love their season. I love rewatching it, and he's a really cool character, and I love seeing him grow and kind of become the, more of the father figure for his siblings, because he is the oldest. He's the oldest of 8, so it's a big deal. Okay, and for Anthony, I think we're going to stick with a quiff on his hair as well, although I am a little more interested in doing something a little to the side like this. See, and for Colin, we did something a little more like this, but Anthony has like a full-on quiff. Like, it's there. That's, honestly, this is what it kind of looks like. They trimmed up his sideburns too, thank God. I think I'm going to go with this hair from In-Game. For his outfit, I'm pretty sure I also have something that would work for him. It's just a matter of, it's just a matter of if I like it enough. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Honestly, I like this one here because it does have like the hanging thing like he does. on his pants, but I want to try to go through all of these colors and find one that has a little bit more of a lighter pant color, just because he does have lighter pants and then a darker top. So I'm going to kind of peruse and see which one I like best. Okay, I was going to try to find a green and tan one, but honestly the Bridgerton color is blue, and I think this blue looks really nice on him, so I may keep this one for him. And then here's his Viscount look. Very snazzy. Okay, now moving on to Anthony's outfit number 2. I think I do want to lengthen his hair just a little bit longer. Nothing too crazy, but just something to get us out of this, base game hair. I really like this one. This one's also a base game, but honestly, it just gives that little quiff, like that little flip up here, and I think I really like that, so I'm gonna keep that one and try to find another outfit. Now, I do have him as hot-headed and that he likes outdoors, and I think he needs to stay a little bit fancy. He is the Viscount. So I'm gonna give him something that just still shows like posh almost, kind of like this. I could see him in a turtleneck, honestly. I want to do this brown. Let's do this dark brown. I think doing these like blue dress pants is really nice because, again, he's the Viscount. He's gonna still need to like meet with people and do all that the Viscount does. However, we want him to be stylish. We want him to be like a stylish CEO almost. Stylish CEOs have to have a watch, so we're gonna put that watch on him. And I think that's gonna be our modern Anthony Bridgerton. Just a happy-go-lucky business guy. Now I am going to move on to our 4th and final couple. It is Sophie Bake and Benedict Bridgerton. I absolutely love them. They are my favorite characters from the book. Their book, which is book 3, but season 4 on the Bridgerton series, is my absolute favorite storyline that I've read so far. I love them. It's kind of a Cinderella story. They're my absolute favorite. So let me read a little bit about Sophie while you watch the speed build. The clever and determined Sophie Bake has spent her entire life navigating the hidden quarters of London society, carefully balancing duty and desire. Born the illegitimate daughter of Lord Penwood, she knows how to move through the world unnoticed. Yet, her sharp mind and quick wit often set her apart from those around her. While her position below stairs might make others overlook her, Sophie's courage, charm, and resourcefulness ensure that she never stays in the shadows for long. When she unexpectedly crosses paths with Benedict Bridgerton, the carefully constructed walls around her heart are challenged, and Sophie must decide whether to risk everything for love and the chance to step into a life she has only ever dreamed of. I think their season and book is so romantic. I absolutely love it. This is just coming out. This video is just coming out the time that they are posting the episodes on Netflix, and I have absolutely enjoyed watching them. It's probably going to be my favorite season so far. It's very Cinderella-esque, and I really enjoy a good Cinderella storyline, and so I really, really enjoy their storyline. Something about the season versus the book is just about them and their story, and it's beautiful, and you get to see her as a maid, and you get to see Benedict kind of be an ASS. I mean, like, there's some parts where, he's got to check himself because he is speaking to a maid. He's obviously a gentleman, but there are some parts where you're like, ooh, Benedict, you could do better. And I think in the season for Sophie and Benedict on Netflix, I think they're doing that very well. Like, there's some parts where you're like, ugh, Benedict, come on. And I just really enjoy that because Sophie's character is so sweet and funny, and I just really enjoy her a lot. And I think that the show really implemented kind of like a Downton Abbey feel. Like, you get to see the Bridgertons, and then they give you a glance at what the maids are like. And I really, really enjoy that because you see both sides of the coin, basically. And so I really am excited to be designing her. Okay, and now for my other all-time favorite character in the book specifically is Sophie. So we're gonna look for an updo for her. We really don't see her hair down, I think, except maybe a few times, but in season 4 But she's got, let's see, she's got this cute little like bun updo. Everything is nice and tight up there. She doesn't have hair coming down. It's almost like this, but I just hate, I don't hate base game hairs. They're just not my favorite. So I want to try to find her something that's a little more stylish, hopefully. This is another option. I think that it's simple. It's just a French twist. That really could be a good option. I think I may go with this one. I think this just works for her. I think then I'm going to go with her makeup. Now, she does not have a whole lot of makeup on, which I like because honestly, it reminds me of the first season. She just, she doesn't have a lot of makeup on, which I like. So I am going to give her maybe a slight wing or maybe just a little bit of eyeshadow. Let's see what we can do that would be really very minimal. Honestly, I think something like this, and just bring down the opacity. And then with the eyeliner, give her something that's very tight lined and just bring that opacity down. Yeah, I like something like that. And then with the eyelashes, I want to give her something very minimal. Yeah, something like that. And with her cheeks, I think I want to just make them a slight tint of rosiness. Yeah, something like that. And then her lips, I just want to do a little bit more of a pinkish shine. And then her earrings, we do want to put those teardrop earrings on her. That really matches the vibe. And I do want to give her a tiny necklace that she's wearing from her, I can't remember if it's her mom or dad, but it's almost like, it may just be that. Okay, and then the dress, we are going to be looking at something that kind of goes with maybe the blue that she wears at my cottage. Oh yeah, something like this. I think, actually maybe I should go with the silver dress. I was going to do the silver dress as like her formal dress, But yeah, let's do that. And then we're going to do the shoes, the infamous silver shoes. Yeah, I think I like those the most. Yeah, let's do that. And then for fingernails, we're gonna go with some light pink or maybe some silver. Yeah, we'll do some silver. And I'm not gonna give her any rings or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna keep it very simple. But God, I wanted to give her a mask because I actually have some masks that I downloaded. I guess this is the closest one that I have. I am actually going to make the silver outfit for her as her formal wear, and then I'm going to do a little bit more of a daytime version of her for her regular outfit, and then I'll do the modern version. I'm also going to do the same thing with Benedict because I want them to both have their costumes that they use for their season, especially because that's the newest season and I love it so much. So okay, so for everyday, we are actually going to take away her earrings, and we're also going to take away her eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and take away her eyelashes as well. She just doesn't show like she has a lot of eyelashes. For the hair, we may keep it this one, but I also may do that other one that I found. No, never mind. I don't want that one. We're going to keep it as this one. Okay, and then for the dress, I'm going to do this blue one. I think that looks really cute. And then for shoes, we're going to just do some flats maybe. We're in the country for her everyday as her everyday outfit. So I may do these little boots. Yeah, I may do that. The other option is I could also try to do the like her maid outfit. Hi everybody, it's Editing Leah from the future. It was at this moment in the video that everything went awry and all of my plans changed. My apologies. So that's going to be her number 1 outfit. And for her number 2 outfit, I'm going to do these little blue flats that match. I like those a lot. Okay, and now we're going to do her modern outfit, which for Sophie is going to be outfit number 3. And I think I want to do something with her hair down. Like, I really like this one. I think that's really cute. In part of the show, when she's at her dad's funeral, she has her hair half up, half down, similar to this. And I think that it would be cute to go ahead and like replicate that. Honestly, I think this one's going to be our best bet. We're going to go with this one. For makeup, I want to do something like, I just want to do something small on her. I don't want to do something super intense. Yeah, I do think it'd be nice to do something like that with the wing and some eyelashes. Yeah, the blush, I like the pink. Honestly, let's give her a little bit of a moodier lip. Yeah, I like that. I do kind of see her maybe having glasses like that. Yeah, I like these a lot. I think I'm going to give her a little bit more of a baby doll outfit, and I think she is going to be a little bit more on the pink side. Yeah, like that. I really like that. Maybe like this. I know she's wearing 2 patterns, but honestly, I think that's pretty cute. Let's add some fingernails. I think she would wear some long blue nails. And we're going to match that in her toes. And then with shoes, I think maybe giving her some heels would be cute. Although I think I want to do like a chunkier heel. Maybe something like these baby doll heels here. I like that a lot. I think that's a good Sophie. I really like her. All right, so here is her TV show costume outfit. Here is her TV show maid outfit. Here is her TV show everyday outfit. And then here is her modern outfit. And last but not least, I am going to be designing Benedict Bridgerton. He is the second sibling, which out of 8 still makes him pretty important. He would be the second Viscount if something happened to Anthony. However, we have seen him do some crazy things throughout the last 4 seasons. I think it was time for his season. I was really excited that they didn't wait any longer to do his, because it was his turn. It was his turn. We all loved him in the 3 seasons before that, and it was just his turn. So I'm going to read a little bit about him. The second eldest of the Bridgerton siblings, Benedict yearns for something other than the endless round of dazzling parties he finds himself attending every evening. Sensitive and endearing, Benedict dreams of turning his artistic hobby into a full-fledged career, and soon finds himself looking far outside the world of the ton in order to achieve it. I don't think in season 1 we get like such a good look at Benedict. I think we just see him do some art maybe, and just kind of be there with the siblings. I think in season 2 we really start seeing him like branch out on things, and you know, it gets kind of like, ooh, okay. And then season 3 you really start seeing why he's going to be the way he is for his season, which is season 4. For Benedict, he has a little bit of it is coming in front. He's kind of like that peak. And I think this might be the best bet for him. His hair is coming like up. It's kind of balding. But I hate to say balding. He's not balding. It's just he doesn't have hair there. So I want to make sure the hairline matches. And I think this hairline matches the best. Then on his outfits, I'm going to do the same with Sophie's. I'm first going to start actually with his formal outfit, with his costume, and I am going to do something all black because he is in kind of an open-necked all black costume. If we could do that, but I wanted something honestly that had like an open neck. I may have to like do this myself. I may have to find something. I think this might be the closest thing that I have. I wanted him in something with the open neck, but if I don't get it, I don't get it. And then I also need his boots. Let's do those. We're going to do those. And the last touch is the mask, which we have a perfect mask for him which is actually, it comes in game. Boom. That's his mask right there. So that's going to be his formal outfit. Now, going back to his everyday outfit, we are going to have just 2 outfits for him. We're going to just do one every day, and then one that's the modern outfit. So with his everyday outfit, I think I'm going to go with something a little more formal. I think like this. I think he has worn something like this in the show, and I'm gonna keep it this, like, I think I want to keep it this navy blue. Ooh, I could go with something like this. He does look like this. He has like a, did I do the same one for Anthony though? No. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one actually. And then with the boots, I'm going to do some good old black boots there. Okay, and for his modern hair, I think I do want to give him something a little shaggier almost. I want to still keep hairline, maybe something like this. I know this is kind of mohawky, but it does have the widow's peak. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this like mohawk type hair. I think that's cool. And then for his outfit, he is an art lover. He's a painter. I definitely want to give him something that's very stylish and very like, you know, hey, I'm gonna sit there and paint something maybe. Maybe not exactly like this, but yeah, like something like this. I think it looks really cool. I kind of like this top that we're using right now. Yeah, I kind of like these sweatpants here. And his shirt tucks in nicely, so I like that. I am going to give him some bracelets, just because I feel like he would wear some bracelets. Then I think for shoes, we're going to go with something a little out there, kind of like this. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and so here is Benedict's formal. Here is his everyday modern look. And then here is his everyday look from the TV show. And just a little overview of what I did for each of them. For Penelope, I did put her under best-selling author and as a bookworm, insider, and nosy as her traits. I felt like that matched her very well. And then for Colin, I did put him as the jack of all trades. It said something about finding adventure, and I think that really fits him. I also put that he loves outdoors, that he was loyal, and he was ambitious because of all of his travels. And then for Daphne, I did put her aspiration as soulmate. She wanted to find the one. And then that she was a perfectionist, a snob, and good. I don't want anyone to be thrown off by snob. She is the oldest sister, and I think that she just kind of gives off like that need the best things kind of energy. She did have that scene where she's like, I'm gonna be a princess, and so I just think that the snob like kind of goes with her. But I also put her as good because she is good, so yeah. And then for Simon, I put that he wants to be and wants to have a happy life. He doesn't really have much that he wants out of life. He just wants to have fun and like do his thing. He doesn't want to be like his father in the whole season 1. That's his whole thing. So I put him as active because he's a boxer. So I did think that matched him. I put him as a loner because he is kind of a loner, and then that he was romantic because he is a flirt. Like, I mean, he did romance Daphne, so I think that makes sense. For Kate, I put her as Fount of Tamarani knowledge, just because I think with her being Indian and them incorporating so many of those, like, just those aspects, the aesthetics and everything, like just them involving all of that in her season. I think that in her story, not just her season, but her story too. I think that's really cool. So, and also that all she wants to do is go home to India. So, I think that kind of gives her a good aspiration. And then Tamarani, knowledge and like where Tamarang is and everything. I think that kind of like matches India. It is India because it is India. So, yeah, I think that that matches her. I also put her as a horse lover for her traits because she does love horses. She's family oriented and that practice makes perfect. Again, she's the older sister, so I think she does have some of those, you know, need to be the best kind of traits. So I really like her. And then for Anthony, I did put that he wanted a successful lineage. His whole aspiration in the very first part of his season is that he just wants to marry someone good so that he can continue their line. Like, that's the whole purpose of marriage. It's not the purpose of being in love or anything like that. So I think a successful lineage makes sense for him. I also put that he was hot-headed because I think out of all of the brothers, he is the most hot-headed one. I also put that he loves outdoors, nature. I also wanted to make sure that he had something that could match Kate here in The Sims. And then I also put him as cringe because in season 3, when we see them together, he is so funny. I don't know if y'all know that scene where he's like, lilacs, daffodils, daisies, or something like that, when they're playing the game. I think he's just kind of a goofball, and he honestly is a little cringe, so I put him as cringe. I thought that was fun. And then for Sophie, Sophie, she's obviously the newest one. We're finding her out more about her, but I put her as the friend of the world. I think she just wants to be out there. She's been stuck in that, you know, that house all day under her stepmother, and she's been a maid her whole life. So I think she just wants to be out there and be a friend to people. You know, she's been kind of shut off. So I put her as friend of the world. I felt like that makes sense. I also put her as generous, neat, and a bookworm, mainly because she reads a lot. She's able to connect with Eloise on her books, and then also that connected the library at my cottage with Benedict. And so I just thought that matched her. And then I put her as neat because she is a maid, and then generous because she loves people, and like she is generous, and like, you know, I think she, I don't know, I think that worked. So I put that for her. And then last but not least for Benedict, I put him, of course, as the painter extraordinaire. I think that made the most sense for his aspiration. I also put him as a goofball because he is very playful in all of the seasons. Even in his own season, he's just still keeps that playful energy up. I also put him as an art lover, and that he was outgoing, just because, yeah, he is. It's his whole personality, which is one of my favorite personalities. So, all right, everybody, that is it. That is our 4 couples designed. I am so happy that we got that all done. I love those characters. I think it was so fun to design them. I think they're important. They are the couples of the 4 seasons we have on Netflix. So they are just our bread and butter right now. We are just going off of their stories. And if you've not watched it, I do encourage you to go and watch it. They are so good. I encourage you to start with season 1. Again, even though those characters don't really go through, you get like a good, stable first season with them. And so I do suggest watching that. And then of course, watching the others. They are such good characters. It's such a good show. It's not always family friendly, so I should say that. Just be warned. But also, if you want to read the books, they are so good. It's The Duke and I is the first book. The Viscount Who Loved Me is the second book. An Offer from a Gentleman is the third book. And then Romancing Mr. Bridgerton is the fourth book. So we've got Daphne and Simon, Kate and Anthony. It's season 4 of the show, but it's the third book is for Benedict and Sophie. And then you've got Colin and Penelope for the fourth book. With the seasons, of course, those 2 are switched. But again, I really love them. I love designing the characters today. I had such a good time. I love reading books, so I love designing characters and stuff like that. And I think we did cool, like doing the modern twist on them. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. Please check out my other videos. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know who your favorite character is, or if you have a character that you want me to try to design. I would love to give my best shot at it. I really enjoy making videos. I'm new to YouTube, but yeah, I just have a lot of fun doing it. So just drop me a comment, tell me what you want me to do, and I'll try to make it happen. So thank you again so much for joining us today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.